This movie tells a story about Tess, who plans to stay at an Airbnb in Detroit, Michigan for a job interview the next morning. However, she arrives later than expected. It's pouring rain and the door is locked until a strange man named Keith opens the door. First of all, this is a horror movie with its common horror tropes. Some plot developments do not make a whole lot of sense, and there's no denying that there's a lot of bad decision making going on. Nothing in the early stages of this movie is realistic, and that includes the choices both characters make. If any of us were in Tess' shoes, we'd probably run in the opposite direction. The movie tries hard to make sure there's always something that keeps Tess where she's at. Tess agrees to stay, but at the same time, the movie tries to tell us that Tess is smart. She gets the details on Keith. She takes a picture of his idea. She locks the bedroom door. She refuses to drink anything she hasn't seen him prepare. She's basically aware of the danger she could be in as a woman. So it's totally difficult for us to accept when she decides to go to the basement and into full horror as Tess, a smart and careful woman, strangely becomes stupid and acting in ways that make no sense. Tess suddenly turns into dim-witted character tropes, part of the construct of a mediocre horror movie script that's unable to find justifications for why a character would act so foolishly. We're not a stupid audience, and we're fully aware that something bad is going to eventually happen, as it's obviously a recipe for disaster. Each eye roll and head shake takes us further away from the film, losing us in any real suspense as characters downgrade it to chess pieces. This is probably the key to enjoy this movie. You have to pretend that you're stupid and accept everything shown on screen. Otherwise, you might end up really angry. The movie wants many things from the second half, which touches on suburban decay and legal nightmares, but it fails to deliver suspense. Instead, there's confusion, with characters conveniently acting foolish to help the endeavor find its way to surprises. The movie then even introduces more elements that grow increasingly implausible until it no longer resembles the movie we started out with. These changes occur out of nowhere, including one that utterly disrupts everything we were expecting the movie to be. It is meant to connect with the rest of the future, essentially restarting the movie right when it peaks. As these changes begin to pile up, we cannot help but wish that more time could have been spent fleshing them out. They begin to feel like a director showing off what he can do, rather than telling a complete story. He's trying to be clever and surprising, while he quickly loses command of his unsatisfying effort. The movie becomes contrived and out of steam as it deals with multiple endings. We are taken to different periods, locations, and viewpoints that acting like a diversion to distract us from what is essentially a mediocre horror movie. Overall, this movie is not really worth your money to watch in theaters. It's still probably worth to see the gore on your streaming service.